In this video, we're going to be talking about search concepts. It's not a full-blown tutorial that tells you all the ins and outs of everything that you can do within the search portal, but it just introduces the concepts of the 4 different types of searches that you can perform using the search portal. And those 4 are: there's a basic search, an advanced search, a keyword search, and search on page. And we'll go through each of them one by one. The basic search is on the home page, and as you can see, there's a search bar and it's in the middle of the home page, and this is where you can enter your search criteria or search string. It could be a simple surname, it could be the name of an event surrounded by quotes, say quote Montgomery bus boycott, end quote, or it could be a Boolean expression such as Iowa and Hawkeyes. So there's different types of entries that you can put into the search bar, but that is the one place where you would enter your search criteria, and it is a fairly basic search. There are no other criteria that you can add besides the search string that you enter. The advanced search is the one that takes care of everything. Here you can search by first name and or last name. You can find pages with a specific phrase or an exact word. If it's a phrase, for example, we use the example of Montgomery bus boycott. On the basic search, you can do the same thing here. You would enter Montgomery space bus space boycott, but you do not need to put the quotes in this particular line. The next one is all these words. That is the same as a Boolean and. So if you're looking for pages, for example, that have the word Henry David Thoreau, you could put Henry space David space Thoreau. Now I would warn you though that is not the same as a phrase search. If you wanted a phrase search with Henry David Thoreau, that would go in the first line, which is the exact phrase, and that would return to you any pages that had Henry space David space Thoreau on it. All these words, the same as a Boolean and, which would be Henry and David and Thoreau, does not necessarily restrict it to just that person's name. In that case, it would be any page that had Henry somewhere on the page and David somewhere on the page and Thoreau somewhere on the page. So it's a little bit different than a Boolean and. Any of these words, using our example again, if you put Henry and space David space Thoreau, any page that Henry or David or Thoreau on it, or could have 2 of them or could have 3 of them, it doesn't matter. Any page that has one of those 3 words on it would be returned to you in the search results. None of these words, on any of these words, that's the same as a Boolean or. None of these words operates similar to a Boolean not. Let's use a different example. If you're aware of President Eisenhower's Secretary of State, his name was John Foster Dulles. And if you're interested in somebody named John Dulles, but not John Foster Dulles, you could search by name, the one at the top, put John in the first name, last name would be Dulles, and under none of these words you would enter Foster. So this way you would be returned anybody named John Dulles who did not have Foster anywhere on the same page. So that's how you would make use of a combination of 2 of these lines in order to find what you are looking for. You then have the further option of narrowing your results by country, by state, by city, and or by publication. So first you would enter the country, and there's only one option, it's USA, and then it would bring up the states that are in the collection. In this case it might be Iowa, and then the cities in this particular collection that are represented in the titles, and then finally the titles from that city. So you can narrow your results then by specific title if you wish. And finally you have the ability to narrow your results by a specific date. You would have from date and a to dates. For example, you could say I want newspapers that are from January 1st, 1855 through November 4th, 1859. Whatever you're interested in, you can enter in the date from and date to boxes that you see. And then you hit search and you're ready to go. That's a quick overview of how advanced search works. Keyword search which is on the search engine results page, allows you to enter keyword, as you can see up here, and that could be a phrase or a Boolean and, a Boolean or, Boolean not, just like we put in the basic search criteria box. And or you can also put a first and last name, as you've seen on the previous page under advanced search, and then you can restrict it to specific years date range. Now it's not a specific date, it's a year. So let's say, for example, that this particular article that you're seeking about an event or a person, the collection that you're looking through has newspapers from 1850 through 1950, but you know the event that you're looking for or the person that you're looking for. You're only interested in pages from the 1800s. So you would put 1850 in the start year, and in the end year you would put 1899. So that's how keyword search operates. And again, this is on the search engine results page, and as you learn to use that, you'll begin to see this. I'll explain the retain current filters in the tutorial for the search engine results page, because that's a very important thing that you need to learn how to make use of. Finally, we have the search on page. Once you select an image, i.e. a page from the newspapers that are in the search engine results, you have the option of searching for something on that page. So let's say, for example, there are 50, that's a big number, but 50 results of the same word on one page, but you want to hone in on those a little bit. You can actually enter in this search box here some further narrowing information. You can then click the highlight all box, and it will highlight the ones that you are searching for. And then you can go through them one at a time by hitting next or previous. So you've got 4 different options. You've got the basic search, the advanced search, the keyword search, and the search on page. Those are the 4 types of searches that you can do using the search portal. My advice is to use the advanced search whenever you can. It provides the most capability to home in on the results that you want, and it's very helpful when you are searching for common names or common words, because if you're looking for somebody named Smith, for example, it's very difficult just because so many people are named Smith. So use the advanced search to try to hone in on and narrow your search results so that you aren't looking through 10, 20, 50, 100 different results to find what you're looking for. So that's basic search concepts. Again, 4 types: basic search, advanced search, search by keyword, and search on page. There will be a tutorial for each of those at a later date to go into more detail, but just the basic concepts of search are what we have presented here today.